Welcome to my tarot card reading for July 2018, and this is Manu Tarot. Remember, this reading is a general reading, so we can have more or less an idea of the energies that are going to manifest during this month. Okay, and we have here Chango, the Sun, and Oshun. We have Irosum, Odi, Obara, more or less represented here. We have here also the Seven of Pentacles, Saturn, Taurus, and we have the Three of Wands, the Sun, and Aries. Ooh. And these cards, what they're talking about is mainly austerity. It's talking about harsh times. It's talking about financial, economic difficulties, financial economies woes, if you want to call it like that. You just pick your word, okay? But what is letting us know that during this month of July, we're going to start seeing how the economy starts deteriorating. We're going to start seeing that, financially speaking, the markets are not going to start performing as expected. Okay, we're going to see a market that is more down than up. Okay, that's the kind of economic situation we can expect. Okay, we're going to start seeing a sluggish economy. More or less, that's what we're talking about. We could start hearing the word recession quite often during this month. Okay, so keep that in mind. The rest of the reading that is here, we have here the Three of Cups for the first week of July, and then the Seven here. Coins, Pentacles. What we're seeing is whatever we worked really hard to make it happen, we're going to see the results. In this case, we're going to see a disintegration of groups that once were together. We're talking about allies that they disband, they separate, they break up. Okay, that's what the tarot cards are talking about. It could be organizations that they they were together and now they break up. Okay, but that's more or less what the tarot cards are talking about. That's the common denominator, so you have an idea what to expect during the first week of July. That's going to be self-evident during this month. By the second week of the month of July, we have the Knight of Wands. That for me is Aries. And here is, I think that the right word is retaliation. In Spanish, I forgot the word, but here I have it in retaliation. This is all about retaliation. Everything is measured, everything is done on purpose. This could be sanctions, but is retaliation. Okay, it could be financial, economic, political, but there is retaliation here during the second week of the month. By the third week, we have the High Priestess, and next to it we have the Six of Cups. This one in particular, considering that we have Saturn and Taurus here, we could say that the re-establishment of things that once we thought were something of the past. Okay, we could start seeing laws that were normal to see in the 50s, 60s, 50s, 40s. You know, the re-establishment of laws that were something from the past, a blast from the past. That's more or less the common denominator. Okay? It's like we're going backwards. technically that's what the tarot cards are saying. We're going back. We're not making any movement forward, but we start going back with loss, etc. Now, the last week is very interesting because the last week is making reference to a report, something related with report communication that is going to bring, and it's not that it's going to bring, is what people are holding on to as hope. Okay? That's technically what it is. It could come from the United Nations, but it's a report. Wherever it's coming from, it's a report that brings a little bit of hope, and people are clinging to that. Okay? Now, when we put all that together, vertical and horizontal lines, and then we look at the center, we create what I like to call the existential vortex. In the vertical line, we have the High Priestess, we have the Three of Cups, and notice that in reality what they're talking is about things that are deteriorating, okay? Decomposing. That's, for anyone to understand what I'm going to say, that's Ejio Oko. We have Ejio Oko here, perhaps even Okana, but mainly Ejio Oko acting here. So in other words, things are going to get worse before they get better. That's what they're saying here. So right now, what we're seeing right now is a deterioration of many things. The deterioration of the rule of law, the deterioration of organizations that used to support the citizens. We're going to start seeing a deterioration of the economy, of the finances. That's what the tarot cards are talking about. Okay? And if we think of Taurus as a house of values, moral issues, and things like that, then we're going to start seeing a deterioration of that aspect as well. Whatever it means to you. Okay? Horizontally, we have the Knight of Wands, and we have the Star. And then here is going to make more sense when we understand that there's going to be resistance towards this report. Okay? Nothing new, nothing different. We already know that. But also at the center, we're going to start seeing forces are going to resist these changes. Okay? Therefore, we're going to start seeing more marches, more protests in many countries. Not only United States, many countries. Okay? We're going to start seeing that. Before I forget, there's something here related with tanks, related with war, submarines, and special plane, airplane, whatever you want to call it. Okay? Then, we have here the Star. And the Star has a very interesting thing going on because we have what I call the trilogy. And the trilogy, we have the Four of Swords, the Star, and the Seven of Cups. And this is very interesting because it looks like reality starts sinking in. Okay? Reality starts sinking in. People are going to start seeing what is happening. Is going to be out for everyone to see and understand. So in other words, this report that is bringing hope also is going to have a moment that people might start thinking a little bit different. It's also talking about a loss of faith on institutions, the government, the law, religions, okay? Because the main topic here is deterioration, okay? That's what we're going to start seeing during this month of July 2018, okay? And that more or less is going to give you an idea of what to expect. Oh, there's also going to be, I don't know if you can say it, coup d'etat, But it's very interesting because it's like there's like a little town. It feels like in the Middle East that is going to have like an upheaval, like a coup d'état, and many people are going to be surprised. But what is going to be very surprising is that it's going to happen also in one of the developed countries. Okay, we're going to start seeing something similar. Okay, so we have to open our eyes and check which country of the developed world is going to be next, where it's going to have something very similar to a coup d'état. Okay, if you want to call it like that. Okay, and that's all I have for you, and till the next one.